Welcome to Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. On this podcast, my guest and I will discuss topics and ways to help us to heal in every area of our lives. I believe that everyone can live a life that is happy, healthy, and whole. So I'm on a mission to help people to deal, heal, and fulfill. Deal with your problem, heal from the pain, and fulfill your purpose. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. I am your host, Earnest James, and I believe that everyone can and should live a life that is whole, healed, and healthy. And therefore, I'm on a mission to help people to deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with your problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill your purpose. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to our podcast on all of your social media platforms and all of your podcast listening platforms. And also make sure you guys are checking us out on our YouTube channel, which is the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network. Again, that's the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network. Make sure you guys are checking us out there and subscribe to the channel, right? So you don't miss an episode of this podcast. Also, check out our sister podcast, which is the Girl Dad Discussions podcast, which on that podcast, I talk with other girl dads and sometimes even daughters to talk about the daddy-daughter relationship in order to combat the narrative of the absent father and the fatherless daughter. So make sure you go to the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network so that you can check out the Girl Dad Discussions podcast as well as the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast that you are listening to and watching right now. So make sure you guys go there and check those things out. One more thing, our product of the week, right? So our product of the week, we're going into a new year. Well, this is a new year. And so our product of the week is something that we've been offering, before now, but I think it's very important for us to offer it again now, which is our purpose journal and our purpose planner, because I believe that we are to journal in order to keep track of where we've been and where we are, and at the same time planning for our future. And I think it's very important right now, because this episode is our first episode of the new year, 2026. And we're going to talk about more of that in just a minute. So make sure you guys are checking us out there. Also, man, I just want to, I'm sorry. I just want to take a minute and talk to you guys because, man, this year and I know as a podcaster, you're not supposed to date your episodes, right? Because everything is evergreen content, which means it's just going to be up forever. So don't really want to date it because the information is not dated, right? So you don't want to date it, but I'm going to date it for this particular episode because I think it's very important, and I'm very happy to have made it into this new year. So this is our very first episode of the new year, 2026. We made it through 2025. Definitely was a year. It definitely was a year, but we made it here. And I think it's important for us to be able to celebrate that, to be happy about that, for us to make it thus far, because there was a lot of people that didn't make it, out of 2025. And then some didn't make it out the same way that they came in. But we've been blessed to be covered, God covering us to allow us to be here today in our health and our strength and in our right mind, and to be able to listen to this podcast and celebrate the fact that we made it into a new year. And so I definitely want to take out time to give thanks and honor to God for allowing me to make it into this new year and coming out of last year. Last year, a lot of changes. The kids getting older, building some things that I want to build as far as business wise. We'll talk about that a little bit. some advances, my career as a speaker, to be promoted to vice president of the Chicago chapter of the Next Level Speakers. Just a lot of things happened last year. Definitely appreciative of everything that happened. But looking forward into this new year, looking forward into 2026, and I am so excited because there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. Three things in particular that I want to talk about. Maybe four things in particular. The first thing I want to talk about is growth, right? I want to talk about growth because over this last year, there's been a lot of growth. And even before the last year, the last couple of years, if you guys been following me on the podcast, we've been doing this podcast about 4 years now. Right. So this is even episode 220, I believe. So we've been doing this for quite a while. Right. And so as we were building the podcast, we also were building some other things in the background. Right. And the life of a visionary, the life of purpose, the life of an entrepreneur, for anything that you're putting forward to create, the life of a creative, should I say, is oftentimes very lonely, because generally you're stepping out of the box that you were born into, right? So whether it's your family, whether it's your community, whether it's your friend groups, whatever, generally when you start to create, you start stepping outside of the box of those parameters, because we are usually born into a system, that, whether it's a family system, or should I say a system or a structure that we're born into, and it's like, okay, this is our family, and this is what we do, and this is where we live, and this is how we act, and so when you start to create, because those structures are already in place, generally everybody walks according to the rules. Everybody stays within the box, right? Everybody stays within the parameters that has been set for your community, or for your family. And so when you start to become a creative and you decide to create anything, you are generally stepping outside of that box that has been created for you. Right. And so when you start stepping outside of that box, you're generally stepping out alone, because everyone else is still inside the structure. Right. Everyone else is still inside the system. And so when you step out, you're usually stepping out alone. And so the life of a creative, or like I was saying, an entrepreneur, can sometimes be lonely, And so over the last couple of years, I definitely have been connecting with some great people. I've met some great people, but still on a lot of fronts, doing work along. Even here with the podcast, I pretty much record, produce all of it, on my own, by myself. Even when I have guests, the guests come on. Definitely appreciate every guest that has been on, and those that are coming. But even when the guests come on, I'm still doing, the behind the scenes works, and those things. And generally, I'm doing it, by myself. And so the journey of being a creative, the journey of, starting something and sticking with it, can be really lonely. And so, but over the last couple of years, not even last couple of years, yeah, last couple of years, I've met some people, some great people. I've talked to some great people. But I would say probably within the last 2 to 3 months of the end of 2025, things have just been falling in place. I've been meeting the right people. Different people were coming up to me at different times and just encouraging me. And some of these people don't even know each other, but coming to me and was like, "Hey, Ernest, I see what you're doing. God is going to bless it. He's going to connect you with the right people. He's going to put, more exposure on you. You're going to, find yourself really transitioning in this next season, and I receive it. I received all of it. But I can really say in maybe the last 3 months, definitely in December, in the last month of 2025, things really started falling in place, like almost effortlessly, like the right people, meeting the right people, and those people coming together to support me as I support them, and really pouring into me with ideas and things of that nature, in order to take my vision, in order to take my career, podcasting, all of those things to the next level. And we really started pouring into each other. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is finding your tribe, right? Finding your people that's going to support you, that's going to uplift you, that's going to be there for you without asking for anything in return, outside of the same thing that they're giving to you that you give to them. And that is so important when you start finding your people, because again, I've been on this journey, just mentioning the podcast. I've been on this journey with the podcast about 4 years now. And building other things at the same time. But it's only within the last couple months that I really feel like, coming into 2026, that I really feel like I've connected with the right people, right? That the right people have finally became into alignment, whether I just met them or whether it's somebody that I already knew, who were, maybe we were doing different things, but now our paths aligned in our mission and the things that we want to create. But I finally feel like I've got the right people at my table, right? And so we talk about, in the past, building your own table. A lot of people want to be connected to, famous people and stars and, people that are doing this and that, that's very well known. And one of the things that, my one of my mentors, Dr. Eric Thomas, always talk about, even with his growth and his company, was that they started just with each other and they just built together until they build it to what it is now. And so it was like, stop looking for a seat at other people's tables, but start to build your own table. And I can say that, I started to build my own table, the last 4 years when I started this podcast and started this whole journey that I'm on now. But I can really honestly say that I think within the last couple months of, again, 2025, coming into 2026, that I'm finally getting people that's coming to sit at the table voluntarily. Like I've been building the table the whole time, but now people are actually, grabbing their seats and coming to sit at my table to help me to build, to help me to plan, to help me to go to the next level. And I'm very appreciative. And I'm not going to start naming names because I might leave somebody out, but though you guys know who you are, and I will let you guys know, personally. But I just want to say this, on the podcast, how important it is to find your tribe, to find your people, to find the people that believes in your vision and support you, as well as you support them and believe in their vision as well, so that you guys can give that same support to each other. And I think that is very important. And that's one of the journey that I'm on now, which is really, finding that space, and really connecting with those people. And I really honestly can say, going into 2026 now, that the table has been built. You know what I mean? The table has been built, and there are people that are voluntarily bringing their own chairs, you know what I mean, to sit at my table and to help me to build. And I definitely appreciate you guys. And also, I am bringing my table and my chairs to your table to connect with you guys, to help you to build as well. So you guys, that's in my inner circle. You guys know who you are. Again, I'm not going to start naming names because I don't want to forget anybody, but I definitely appreciate all of you guys. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to talk about, which is very important, it's very important. Excuse me, very important. Your boy is turning 50 this year. That's right. That's right. I know I don't look like it. I know the gray may give me away a little bit, but your boy is turning 50 years old this year. If guys say the same, May 1st, 2026, I will be 50 years old this year. And I thought about originally I was thinking about it, and I said, well, what do I want to do for what do I want to do? Excuse me. What do I want to do for my birthday, right? And so originally I was going to go on vacation, right? I've been to the Bahamas before, like years ago, many years ago, and I went by the Atlantis hotel in the Bahamas. I didn't stay there, but I was there. I was in the Bahamas, so I went there just to check it out, and I fell in love with that hotel. And I always said I wanted to spend, I wanted to go there and actually stay there. And my plan was when I turned 50 for my 50th birthday, I was going to book my stay and I was going to go there and vacation. Um, that year as for my to celebrate my 50th birthday, and that was my original plan for this year. And not saying that it won't happen. Maybe maybe it will happen further in the year or something. I don't know. But I changed my mind for how I wanted to celebrate my birthday, right? Because again, I was going to take this vacation and I was going to go on this vacation and enjoy myself, definitely, because I think that's a beautiful hotel. And of course, it's in the Bahamas. I mean, sand, sunshine, what else could you ask for? But I changed my mind. I changed my mind and decided that I wanted to do something a little different. And it also connects to what I was just talking about with building my table. And I realized that, I could go on this vacation. I could go on this vacation to the Bahamas. I can invite someone to go with me. And because of the price point, I know everyone wouldn't be able to go. All my loved ones, my friends, even if I invited everybody, that everyone wouldn't be able to go. So there's a high chance that I would have been going on this vacation by myself, which I don't have a problem with. I'm an introvert, by myself most of the time. So I have no problem with that. However, when I thought about celebrating my birthday, and how I wanted to celebrate my birthday, I realized that I didn't want to celebrate it by myself, right? Even if it was on my dream vacation, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was spend time with the people that I spend time with, right? The people that's on a day to day basis, that I spend time with, the people who are a part of my communities, the many communities that I'm a part of, but the people that are part of my community, that's in my speaking community, that's in the podcasting community, that's part of my entrepreneurs group, that's part of my hiking group, right? The new members, that's a part of my 5K running group that I started last year, which was another, milestone last year. All of these people that I actually spend time with on a regular basis, that's who I wanted to spend my birthday with, right? That's who I decided I want to spend my birthday with these people, with the people that I spend my time with anyway, the people that, I love being around. And so my idea, right? My idea this year, and if you're lucky enough to be a part of it, you'll get an invitation. But my idea was I'm turning 50, right? And so I want to spend time with the people that I love. And so I want to invite 50 people to a private, private get together, birthday slash networking event, right? And so I'm going to invite 50 people that I know, and then those 50 people invite 50 people that I don't know, right? Now, for clarification, that's one person per person, right? Not one person invite 50 more people. No, there's 50 people that I know that invite one person, right? Each person would invite one person that I need to know or that they feel that I should know. And then we'll, end up again about 100 people. So if I invite 50, those people, 50 invite one, that's another 50, that's 100 people to celebrate my birthday and network with for this new year, right? To celebrate my birthday of 50 years and moving forward in mission, moving forward in business, moving forward in life, right? Living the life that I love. So again, that's my idea for my birthday, man. Celebrating 50 years. If God say the same, May 1st, 1976 is when I was born. So yes, it's going to be 50 years, 76, and this is going to be 2026. So yeah, 50 years. So that's how I really want to celebrate my birthday. So that's one of the things I wanted to get out, to celebrate about. Again, the big 50, your boy is turning 50 years old, man. I definitely excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely excited about that, and just really looking forward to everything that comes along with that. This next thing I want to talk about is that your boy started our nonprofit. We started our nonprofit, the Deal to Heal the Real Incorporation, right? And so again, Deal to Heal is our theme. We built around that, the Deal to Heal podcast and the Deal to Heal podcasting network. And so we started our nonprofit, Deal to Heal the Real Incorporated. The link will be in the description so that you guys can donate. We don't have our 501c3 yet, right? So it's not necessarily tax deductible. The donation, not yet, but it will be. But still feel free to give to support our mission. And we just really, again, supporting more of what we've been doing anyway, to be able to help people to deal, heal, and fulfill on another level, right? And so really using a nonprofit to really get into the space of helping people to deal and to heal, right? Whether it's feeding people, whether it's clothing people, whether it's supporting other nonprofits, whether it's supporting, doing events, to support things that we believe in, like suicide prevention, definitely is one that's big on my heart. You guys know my story. So in that space, but also helping people deal with grief, which is another part of my story that I'm very big on. And so just all of these, to be able to, meet people where they are and help them physically, and also to offer workshops to help them get to that next level, whether it's through teaching them how to deal with their grief, teaching them how to overcome failure, teaching them how to, get whatever you want, and changing your mindset and be able to have an open mindset to be able to create the things that you want. And all of those things. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Again, the Deal to Heal the World Incorporated has been created. The link will be in the descriptions. We definitely gonna get a landing page and get a website and all that stuff built out at a later date. Basically, as we raise funds to be able to do all of those things. So again, the Deal to Heal the Real Incorporated, Deal to Heal the Real Incorporated nonprofit organization. We have done it. It is up and it is running. And we have a lot of new things that we already have on the books planning for 2026. And I just want to say this because I talked about it a little bit earlier about things falling in place. And so I've been wanting to do the nonprofit, right? I've been headed on my mind. I've been had the desire to do it and the know-how, but just didn't have the time necessarily to put into it as well, building everything else that I was already building. And so I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she mentioned about something that she wanted to do with a nonprofit. Like she wanted to build a nonprofit, and she wanted to offer these different things. And we're having a conversation. So I said, that's my goal too. I wanted to do the same thing, and I know how to do it. I know how to start it. I know how to do the paperwork. I know how to do all of that stuff. The only reason why I haven't done it is because I haven't necessarily had the time to really put into it the way that I want to, so that it can be successful. And so I said to her, I said, so my question to you is, do you want to be, doing this whole thing on the solo tip, or would you mind, partnering with me and we can do this together and make it easier, with support for us to be able to do what we want to do with serving the world and really making a change in the world. And she said, yes, let's partner up. Let's do this thing together. And so I'm very excited. Again, things just falling in place, in the last couple of months. And so we made that agreement. And, I went to work and I filed the paperwork and all of that stuff, because one of my goals in 2025 was to have the nonprofit up and running before 2026. And I had kind of put it on the back burner because I didn't necessarily have the time to do it. But we had this conversation, and I think it was right around Christmas of last year. And so within, a couple days, right before 2026 kicked in, we had the nonprofit Deal to Heal the World up and running. And so I definitely want to shout out my business partner with the nonprofit. I am the president. She is the vice president, and we have big things planned for the nonprofit. So I'm very excited about that and looking forward to everything that we're going to do in that space with the nonprofit. And the next thing that I want to talk about is something else that I've been working on, which is our school program. Our school community is on its way up. It's already worked on. I already been building it. This Deal to Heal School for Living. Again, the Deal to Heal School for Living, man. And as you guys see, same mission, just in another form, right? To help people to deal, heal, and fulfill, right? And our goal is to help you to prosper and to grow in every area of your life. And so we started the Deal to Heal School for Living. I am so excited about this, right? Because you know, as a podcaster, of course, I love to talk. As a speaker, I love to talk. But one of the things that I really love to do is I love to teach. And so you guys know, you've heard us promote on the podcast about the Forgiveness Mission, which is a free workshop that I've been a part of, and we do bi-monthly, and we've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years almost. Doing this free workshop teaching people about forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of the world, and really just diving into forgiveness. And I've been doing that workshop again. We've been doing it for over 4 years now. And that's something I've been, very proud of to be a part of that project. And just knowing myself and knowing how much I love to teach people. And so I said, well, I know I'm a speaker, but I really like doing these workshops. So let me dive deeper into the workshops. And so the school community, once that kind of hit big, and then I found out about it and found out about the platform and realized this is my moment. This is my moment to take what I love, which is teaching people how to deal with their pain, teaching people how to deal with, whatever it is that they're dealing with, but to be able to teach these workshops, to create them and teach them on my own platform to really help as many people as I can. And so again, we started it, we kicked it into gear. So the Deal to Heal School for Living is up and running. Well, yeah, by the time you guys watch it should be up and running, but it's definitely you're able to find it, and it's only $27. Right? It's only $27 a month. And each month, a new workshop, you get access to a new workshop each month. And so again, it's $27. The first, you can try it for free. The first 7 days is free. You can get on there, look at it, see what things we offer. And if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe and you ain't got to worry about it. But the first 7 days is free. After that, you just begin the subscription. It's only $27. Again, we all have $27. But how much is $27 when you're investing in yourself? You're investing in your mental health. You're investing in your well-being. You're investing in the knowledge of yourself and the wisdom to be able to do different things. And so I definitely have several workshops there that I created myself, that I'm teaching myself, but I'm also connecting with other people, and some of the people you may have even seen here on the podcast, that has different courses and things that they teach, to be able to even bring you those things that I find very, very valuable, that you guys may want and that you guys may need, to also be able to bring those things into the Deal to Heal School for Living, because our goal is to help you in every area of your life. So whether even if it be finances or leadership or whatever, I'm going to connect with some of the other creators and some of the other authors, some of the other, presenters that I know, to also add into the Deal to Heal School for Living, so that you learn even more. And guess what? Can I tell you a secret? You can become an affiliate, right? You can become an affiliate once you get in the program, into the community. Once you see, how valuable it is. Once you see the other members, right? The other members that are a part of it, that is growing with it, and that is poured into it, um, into one another, right? And you realize how much value that you get out of it, how much value that's there as a part of the community outside of the courses. The courses themselves is also great, but the community itself, you guys know I'm big on community. The community itself, as we nurture it, as we build it, as we connect with one another, as we support one another, that's really where the life is. And when you see how great that is, and you decide that you don't want to keep this to yourself, but you want to share with others, which I definitely appreciate that you do and encourage you to do so, share it with everybody, right? But also, when you share it, once you become a paid member, you will get an affiliate link where you can send out to your friends and loved ones who you think that this will be valuable to, and earn a commission when they become members. Once they join and start to pay, you will earn a commission every month that they are a member. When they pay their make their payment, you will earn a commission off of that. So again, it's a great platform. I am so excited about it. You know, one of the things with this podcast, outside of loving to do it, to bring you great information from myself, from other coaches, and other people, other speakers. One of the things that I always felt a little different about is because I didn't necessarily, outside of the podcast, I didn't really have anything to offer my listeners to help them to grow outside of just listening. Right. And so once this came about, once I understood the platform, once I was able to, put it together, I am so excited about it because now I have something to offer my listeners that will help them outside of just listening to the podcast, but a space where they can go, where they can learn, where they can invest in themselves, the knowledge and wisdom that I've been able to accomplish over the last couple of years and to share, and also the relationships of the other coaches and speakers who I've also been able to connect with, who I will use also to make courses and things of that nature inside of the platform. So those are the three things, man, that I'm really excited about this year. Four things, should I say? Quick recap. I do a quick recap real quick, but those are the things that I am so excited about right now, because those things, again, man, to find my tribe, right? To finally connect with a group of people that I feel has been the missing link in everything that I've been doing. And I've been doing great. I'm not definitely not downplaying the things that I've been able to create and um, achieve over the last couple of years. But again, it's been lonely. It's been a lonely journey trying to, create these things and step outside of the box of my community, of my family, of my, friend groups, and to be able to do something different by joining these different communities, or even creating different communities that I felt that I needed in my life. But really now, to really feel like I've connected with the right people, and the right people have come to help me build my table. But not only that, but have brought their chairs to sit at my table in order to, support me in the work that I'm doing now and going to that next level. Definitely appreciate that. Also, again, your boy turning 50 this year. Looking forward to spending my birthday with the people that I spend time with on a daily basis, those who I love, those who are part of my communities and my family. Looking forward to that. Deal to Heal the World. Deal to Heal the World Incorporated nonprofit is up and running. We definitely make sure that we put the links in the description so you guys can go there and make a donation to help us begin to do the work that we have been charged to do, to help people, again, deal, heal, and fulfill, feeding them, clothing them, offering them information, presenting free workshops for them to come to be able to learn how to deal with some of the things that they're dealing with, or even just to learn that that next step, right? As you guys know, I'm a bricklayer. I've been a bricklayer for 20 something years. How many years I've been doing that? But believe heavily in the trades. So if you guys follow me, you know I talk about the trades all the time, the building trades, whatever arm of it that you're in, whether it's bricklayers, electricians, pipe fitters, you guys, if you guys follow me, also, that I'm a part of the Legacy Group, which is a group of us, trades, men and women, who have come together and really pushed the message and the mission of getting more people into the trades, especially our young people, getting them to learn how to work with their hands. So even with that, connecting to the Deal to Heal the Rural Incorporation, to either be able to bring that kind of information to the people that we serve to help them get to the next level. And lastly, the Deal to Heal School for Living is up and running. I am so proud of that, man. I am so proud of that. I'm really looking forward to growing and pouring into people, um, to give them the information that I think that they need to help to get them to the next level, or to help them to get through whatever it is that they're dealing with. Again, I am so happy and so excited about the Deal to Heal School for Living and what that is going to do for the community and for the world, really in the whole. So that being said, man, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Last year, um, I picked up, or should I say, I took on the mantra of living the life that you love, and I spent a lot of I spent a lot of working time last year, working and building, and not necessarily doing the very thing that I was telling you guys to do, right? Not doing the very thing that I was telling you guys to do, which is living the life that you love. But one of the things that I realized is I was on a I was on the tips of it, because all the things that I was building and creating were things that I loved. I just wasn't really active enough in them to really be able to enjoy it. And so I'm coming into this new year, 2026, with a new and improved and even more passion on living the life that I love, right? I love to serve. And so the Deal to Heal, the Rural Incorporation, is definitely, I'm definitely pushing into that, which is something I love to do. The Deal to Heal School for Living, I love helping people. I love teaching workshops. This is going to take that to another level. But then to be able to do the things and the self-care things that I need to take care of, to make sure I'm taking that time out again to enjoy my time with my hikers group and get back to hiking, which I haven't been. And they've been out there, hiking and taking these different trips. And I've been missing all of them because I've been working. But going into this new year, I'm definitely going to take out more time to spend with them, to spend doing the thing that I love, was hiking as well as running. Definitely going to do a couple 5Ks. I did my first two 5Ks last year in 2025. And so coming into this year, 2026, I'm also going to do more 5Ks. So I'm looking to serve more. I'm looking to be more active in the communities that I serve. Looking to spend more time doing the things that I love, hiking and running, and really enjoying those people and places that I love again. So I encourage you guys, really look into yourself, figure out the things that you love, and indulge in those things. If it's spending time with family, make sure you spend the time with your family. If it's going outside for walks, make sure you go for the walks. If you like going to the beach, make sure you get some time to go to the beach. Whatever those things are that's important to you, those things that bring you joy, those things that you love, that bring love into your life, make sure that you are doing those things for yourself. All right? Make sure that you are living the life that you love. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast, where our mission is to help you to deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with your problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill your purpose. Until next time, Happy New Year 2026. As we move forward, I look forward to seeing you guys next week with another great guest. Until then, you guys be blessed. Hey guys, real quick, before we jump into the episode, I need you to do the 3 S's for me. What is that? First of all, I need you to subscribe to the channel. so that you don't miss an episode of our podcast. Number 2, I need you to share it with your family and friends. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else. Lastly, I need you to say something. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to see from us, what you like, what you don't like. We are open to your suggestions. We want to know everything that you want to let us know about the podcast. All right? Now, get back to the episode. Thanks for listening to the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. Remember to listen, like, subscribe, and share. This episode has been brought to you by Deal to Heal Teas. Put some inspiration in your situation. Wear an inspirational tee and be inspired all day. Let's go to dealtohealteas.myshopify.com. Remember, our mission is to help you to deal, heal, and fulfill. Deal with your problem, heal from the pain, and fulfill your purpose. Thanks for listening.